भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. We are all here, we are all the practitioners and the students of yoga. We all practice different types of yogas, not only 4 streams of yoga. As you see outside, there are different schools of yoga. Kriya Yoga is one, and Japa Yoga the other. Such yogas are very much popular. But what we do here in Prashanti Kuturam, specifically in my Trimalan session, it is all Vag Yoga. Vag Yoga means yoga at the level of speech. No, you also can take it in some other way. As Upanishads identified, we have 5 sheets, 5 layers of existence. The yoga is practiced at every level. Annamaya Kosha, asanas and pranayama, these are Annamaya Kosha yoga. Yoga at Annamaya Kosha level. In Pranamaya Kosha level, the pranayama and some kriyas, for example Kapalabhati and such other kriyas, will help us to purify the Pranamaya Kosha. Then Manomaya Kosha, we do meditation. This is, and follow Bhakti Yoga, meaning chanting the name of the Lord or some unseen force which converts our manas from negative to positive. This is Mano Yoga. And Vijnana Yoga is notional corrections. When we understand purely and actually, objectively, it is Vijnanamaya Kosha Yoga, Vijnana Yoga. Then Ananda Yoga. We all should feel close to ourselves, and when we understand our true nature itself is Ananda, Satchidananda, then automatically Ananda comes within. We do not look for outside to get Ananda. These are 5 layers that we have, 5 sheets, and we practice different types of yogas, in which Vag Yoga is also involved. Vag Yoga means yoga at the level of speech. When we are speaking, the purpose of speech itself is to convey what you know or what you intend. When the intentions are over, the purpose of speech itself is over. Now we have different kinds of communications. Some others use their communication with the body language. They need not speak, but still they communicate. All the animals are like that. Okay? They want to convey something, their gestures and their body language itself convey the message or the intentions behind what they want to communicate. So while performing Vag Yoga, there are things to be considered to rectify the problems at the speech level. Shastras say, Priyavakya Pradhanena Sarve Tushyanti Jantavaha Tasmat Tadeva Vaktavyam Vachane Ka Daridrata. The human beings are bestowed with an extraordinary tool called Vak or speech. All others animals communicate, but only humans can speak. Thus, while speaking, we commit various types of mistakes. The grammatical, maybe there are grammatical mistakes or structuring the sentences the way that others can understand, or the method of of conveying itself. When some people talk, it hurts others. When some people speak, others are get pleased. So there are different ways of speaking as well. All of them are considered and put up in one specific Upanishad, Shikshavalli of Taittiriya Upanishad. Shikshavalli says there are 6 components when we speak. Varnaha, Swaraha, Matra, Balam, Sama and Santana. When these components are taken into consideration and deliver your speech, speech need not be sitting on the stage, but when you speak, when you communicate to others, it is all speak, and Vag Yoga is to convey what you really want to convey and not hurting. That is the shloka, Priyavakya Pradhanena Sarve Jantavaha Tushyanti. All the jantus, all the creatures become happy by providing Priyavakya. Priyavakya is nice words. I know sometimes the coordinators or people who are in the position may use their work in different ways. Not all the students are mischievous, but there are some students, it is the community. So in that condition, Vak Yoga need not be very soft and sober all the time. But still, Vak Yoga is to convey what you really want to convey. So Priyavakya Pradhanena Sarve Tushyanti Jantavaha. And there is one more shloka. Satyam bruyat priyam bruyat, na bruyat satyam apriyam. Satyam bruyat, everyone should speak satya only. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. Apriya, which is not liked, which is not desirable, though it is true, should not be conveyed very hard. Always, this is the sentence, the truth is very hard, truth is bitter. But still, truth can be conveyed in a simple manner that other fellow doesn't get hurt. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat satyam apriyam. And priyam cha na anritam bruyat. Anritam is lie. As we know, the lies are always sweet. Since we all should speak very nicely, very soberly, you cannot be lying all the time. This is what is Esha Dharma Sanatana. This is Sanatana Dharma. This is what we have been following. Satyam, you speak what is true, but Priyam Bruyat, let the truth also be the liking way, in a sober, in a silent manner. So this is all different components of Vag Yoga, in which chanting is also inevitable part of Vag Yoga. What are the benefits of chanting these shlokas or sutras or any word? When a fellow is doing japa, japa is the process of repeating a single word 100 times or 1008 times. So they have given numbers, how many times one should do. What happens if one chants a word repeatedly? That is the focus of our research also. It can be research. By chanting one mantra, what is the effect? We had scientists in our campus right now. Dr. Shirley Madam, she is appointed in Patanjali Yoga Peeth. One of her research work was, what is the difference between A and one and Omkara? Means a fellow sits and chants A, which is the first alphabet of English. And some other says, what is the effect of one, repeating one, as many times as possible. And the repetition of Omkara. So it is all left to you, you want search, you will see the difference. What is the difference between repetition of one, A and Omkara? It has physiological effect. Okay, we can very evidently see the changes. And connecting to this Patanjali Yoga Sutras, last chapter, Patanjali says there are 5 methods, 5 sources of getting siddhis. among which mantra is also one. Janma Aushadhi Mantra Tapas Samadhi Jaha Siddhaya. I think yesterday we chanted Kaivalya Pada. Okay, last chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, in which first sutra itself says Janma Aushadhi Mantra Tapas Samadhi Jaha Siddhaya. Siddhis are extraordinary abilities gained by 5 sources. First one, Janma, by birth. Aushadhi, medicinal herbs. The third one is Mantra. All the Rakshasas, all the yogis were specific in giving mantras. Mantra yoga, mantra japa is also part of yoga itself. Even today, when Indian government framed Ayush department, and it has framed the module of yoga, a yoga practice for International Day of Yoga. Even in that, they have included Omkara and a small prayer. Sangachatvam samvadatvam samvo manamsi janakam deva bhagam yatha purve sanjanana upasate. This is the mantra in the beginning of International Day of Yoga practice of yoga. So, when you analyze all different types of yogas, very popular outside, they invariably have one or the other mantra, either bija mantra or complete mantra or prayers like this, which brings in the calmness automatically. When you chant something, focused mind towards that word or the meaning of that word, automatically mind comes down and calms down to the stable condition. This is what the purpose of chanting the Shloka Sangraha or Shanti Mantra or Pratasparanam or Panchanga, whatever. So every day we are chanting Ganapati mantra in the beginning. Vokratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha. This is also part of it. So whenever someone says you chant this, don't hesitate, because it has a physiological effect. It is not simply someone says you chant this. Because it has some physiological changes, we need to chant with utmost sincerity. Then only we can see the effect of any chanting. Thus, we all sit straight. Let's close our eyes. While performing Vag Yoga, is our mind focused? Is our mind one-pointed at chanting? Let us observe breathing. When you inhale, feel the cool air getting into the nostrils. When you exhale, experience the warmth. Let us conclude the session with prayer. Come to Namaskar Mudra. One more.